Why looks matter. Now, we've probably heard this phrase, don't judge a book by its cover. Upon self-reflection on that phrase, I'd say it matters a lot. It would... Okay, let's put it like this. Think of a book. Think of a book that you buy straight off the shelf from the bookshop. It's new. It has that new book smell to it. The pages are all intact. The book cover, it's freshly printed off from the printing press. Now compare the same book if it was just A4 blank white paper. Like the packaging, even though the contents are the same, the packaging is different. And how we perceive the packaging also reflects the contents of that said book. And I've said this before with a friend. In terms of us as humans, or as people, how we dress ourselves, how we present ourselves to the world is a reflection of our inner self. As much as it's hard to hear. Like I've seen I think, is it a Yui ad? There's an ad but it's like, don't judge a book. Like, is there like a bikie or a bikie gang or like a rough nut, and then it shows that he's like gentle and nurturing. It's like, it would help a lot if you are able to give the people the cues and clues to show what kind of person you are. And the reason why we judge, probably from a primitive aspect in our mind, is to easily identify threats or easily identify what kind of person you are by how you look. For example, what's the best example I can give? Uniform, literally uniform. The point of uniform is you're easily identifiable by how you look. Whether you're associated with an organization, a company, a profession, a career. To make yourself easily identifiable to other people, it's a matter of wearing... it truly, like, it sounds simple as hell. It's like a matter of just wearing very nice clothes that fit you and make you look good. Like, as vain as it sounds that you want other people to make you look good, or not to make you look good, to think you look good, it's also a matter of like a self-confidence thing. Like true self-confidence comes from within. That we can recognize. But when you're dressing yourself, the reason why we actually dress ourselves is for others. It's truly for others. But one advice I will give to you that I've heard myself is, when you're dressing yourself, do it for you first, and then have other people second. Like don't bullshit yourself. If you're like wearing like an outrageous like piece of clothing and say, oh, it look good, don't be delusional. Like, you will know what looks good. Like, even do your own research in terms of fashion. Like, if you want to take a page from my notebook, like, there's one outfit that I usually take that I know is guaranteed looks good, and that's black pants and like a dark blue shirt or even a white shirt, because again the contrast. But also, I think I did this in my Fortnite shirt video. It's your body will fit the clothes. That's why I think people don't like to wear like tight fitting clothes, because you have to have the body to look good in tight fitting clothes. If you're like fat, overweight, and you're wearing tight fitting clothes, it's not going to help you at all. So that's another motivator, is to, you know, get your ass to the gym, or start exercising, start losing weight, or start building that aesthetic body. Because again, it's a self-confidence thing. You'll feel more confident knowing that you've done the work, have the self-discipline, build the body that you build, and then wear the clothes that fit you. And then others will go, he looks nice. another thought was like, I think it was like I think it was not Jordan Peterson, it was maybe someone else talking about how, like, on dating apps, how women would rate men lower, but men would rate women higher. And particularly, they didn't want to, I think hypergamy they wanted to conclude, but also the person was talking about how you have to consider that with women, they've been brought up, like, taught how to present themselves correctly, or not correctly. It's like another, like, going on from that example, I can remember in my cohort there was like this one particular girl who, like, the other girls would talk badly about her appearance. Like, they would talk about her hair, how it was oily because she didn't take good care of it, or her skin, how she didn't take good care of it, because it would have been an insult to the other females to look at another female who doesn't take good care of her appearance when they have been taught and raised how to take care of their appearance. That's why probably there's a disproportionate amount of women who are more attractive than males, is because they worked out what looks good on them, what makeup looks good on them, what hair product will make them look good. And because so much value is placed on their looks, the males tend to ignore the looks entirely, because truly it's a social status play. Like, again, don't hate the game. don't hate the game. Like, simply try and play by it and win by its rules. The guys will try and, rather than focus on their looks, look more at materialistic or financial gain to increase their social status. Which is true. It's like, again, it's the male's ability to accumulate resources that's more valuable than their looks compared to the females. But again, like, that observation, because I even heard, like, seeing that, it makes you go, your looks do matter. Because then people will judge you on your looks and then make an educated guess what kind of person you are. And first impressions are lasting. You can only make one first impression, so you better make it good. You better make it good. So, if you're just starting out, like, even myself, I'm going through my wardrobe. I think I'm gonna have to add some new clothes. Like, another tip, maybe skip out on the printed tees. Like, I used to actually have printed t-shirts. I still do wear them, but, like, as a guy, you probably want to stay away from them and probably want to look at, like, just simple clothing, like simple fitting clothing, jeans, maybe some loafers, maybe a suit. Like, clothing that will make you look good. And once you become aware of your own appearance, not so much that you're vain, like, don't be so vain, like, have some self-awareness about what looks good and what doesn't, and have it help you create the good first impressions. And also, ultimately, it's about self-confidence, because if you know you look good, that means you will know others will think you look good. That's sort of like assumptive, but maybe instead of focusing on the fact that other people will think you look good, the fact that you think you look good and have objective evidence to back yourself on will create self-confidence, which a lot of guys probably don't have. Again, it's not their fault. It's not theirs. I'm just thinking, like, getting a haircut, that's another one. Like, take care of your appearance. Because that's also another form of self-care and perhaps self-love for yourself. But yeah, that's why looks are so important. Not just for, like, attracting a partner, but, like, self-confidence. And also helping the world be able to clearly recognize you. Like, make it as easy as possible for people to identify your notable traits. That's why going to the gym, then having your body change because of it will show that you have the discipline, the mental discipline, the physical discipline to put yourself down a road with a clear goal in mind, and people will respect it. So take care of your appearance. It's important. Don't not denigrate it. Don't be so arrogant to say, oh, it doesn't matter, because it would help you a lot if you just simply took a few seconds, not even a few seconds, like a few minutes out of your day just to simply go, will this match with this, and will it look good on me? And once you have that self-awareness, once you start developing that self-awareness, you can start improving your look. But again, don't be like, I can think of like the Instagram influencers who rent out Lamborghinis, like everything's deception. But I'm trying to say is be congruent with who you are and with what you show to the world. If you can try and have that match as close as possible, you will have far better opportunities with other people, and how people perceive you will be much better. But again, true confidence in the real sense is you don't care about how other people think about you, but we still care enough to look good. Again, focus on the input, focus on what you can control in terms of how you present yourself. Because as long as you can control how you present yourself and you think you look good, that will create a lot of self-confidence and boost your confidence, which I think is very important. So take care of your looks, and I hope this video helps.